Hello, it's David Allen and you are watching Sporting Icons.
So the current promoter of Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, or at least I believe he still is, and former promoter of Wladimir Klitschko, Tom Loeffler, has said that he would love Wladimir Klitschko to come back and take on Deontay Wilder. And in fact, I'll put the article to this in the description box so you guys go have a read of it yourself, and I'll get straight into Tom Loeffler's statement. Wladimir had such a good championship run that a lot of people want to see him back in the ring. I don't know whether he's content with what he's accomplished. It will be his decision. He's been posting videos and photos showing the bug is still somewhere in the back of his head. My personal opinion is I'd like to see him and Deontay Wilder. That would be a tremendous fight. Tom Loeffler's statement. So will this fight happen? No. And I'll give you some reasons why in a minute. But I do echo Tom Loeffler's statement. For me, I would love to see that fight. The WBC title is the only one that Wladimir Klitschko has never had because his brother always had the WBC. Obviously, him versus Vitali was never going to happen. Likewise, Shady Finkel put all kinds of barriers in the way for Deontay Wilder versus Wladimir Klitschko, even though Shady Finkel, who currently manages Deontay Wilder, was also managing Wladimir Klitschko as well. So it's a very easy fight to make. He's still a baby, he's still a prospect. 33 fights he had at the time when he won the title. Of course, he waited for Vitali to vacate that title and then fight Bermane Stiverne, who just won the vacant one. So if that fight wasn't going to happen then, it ain't going to happen now. Deontay Wilder is turning down $120 million for DAZN for a fight against Donald Brazil, who he's going to be fighting next anyway, plus back-to-back fights with Anthony Joshua for undisputed. $120 million. Didn't want to take it. Frightened. Is he going to take on Wladimir Klitschko? No, and we'll tell you why. Because Wladimir Klitschko smoothed him out on 2 occasions, knocked him cold out on 2 occasions in sparring, and dropped him, made him quit on his knees with a body shot. So there's no way in hell Deontay Wilder would take on Wladimir Klitschko. Now, the only way that this is possible is if Wladimir Klitschko comes back, fights a top name ranked in the WBC, then the WBC rank him and make him a mandatory. Because there's no way Wilder is going to give him a voluntary. In fact, Wilder's already said, well, if Wladimir Klitschko does come back, then he really does need to prove himself. He needs to earn his shot with me. A former unified 10-year reigning champion needs to earn his shot. That's what Deontay Wilder says. Again, another duck. Add Wladimir Klitschko to the long list of ducks. He ducked Vitali Klitschko, had plenty of opportunities. People like Derek Chisora fought him. Manuel Charr fought him. People like Bryant Jennings and Tony Thompson fought Wladimir Klitschko. David Haye moved up from cruiserweight and fought Wladimir Klitschko. Plenty of people fought Wladimir Klitschko and Vitali Klitschko, and Wilder never did. Why? Because I told you, he's frightened. He got smoothed out by Klitschko in sparring. Shady Finkel knows this because he managed both fighters at the time. That's why he said Wilder's still a prospect on 33 fights. Wilder's turned down $120 million for back-to-back fights with Joshua and, of course, his mandatory Donald Brazil. He avoided Charles Martin for unification. He avoided Joseph Parker for unification. He avoided Tyson Fury when he first won the title from Wladimir Klitschko. He has avoided Alexander Povetkin. He has avoided so many fighters, it's embarrassing. This is your American heavyweight champion. This is the best that you guys have to offer. That's a little bit embarrassing in my honest opinion. But him versus Wladimir Klitschko, even now, 42 years old, being out the ring, his first fight back, he would smooth out Deontay Wilder live on TV for you all to see exactly what happened in sparring. That's exactly what would happen. So no, this fight isn't going to happen, but I do echo Tom Loeffler's statement. Hopefully the WBC do push him into that kind of position because I would love to see it, of course, but there are other things in the way. For example, he does have to get past Donald Brazil. He may have to fight Dillian Whyte next and all these kind of things. But believe me, I think that Wladimir Klitschko does come back and he does get into a position where he could potentially fight Wilder with the WBC ordering it, because he ain't going to give him a voluntary, but if he orders it, he'll quickly find his pen and fight Anthony Joshua. Guarantee it. Plus for the fact Wladimir Klitschko will be on DAZN. So will Shady Finkel be managing Wladimir Klitschko? Unlikely. I think Wladimir Klitschko probably looks at Shady Finkel and says, yep, I know exactly what it is that you're about. You have been protecting this man. You've been bossing him around. You are his boss. You tell Deontay Wilder what car to wash, when to wash it, what day he's cleaning out your pool, all that kind of thing. He's probably his own private chauffeur. This fight ain't going to happen, but I do share the sentiment of Tom Loeffler. I would also like to see that fight, that is for sure. Anyway, you drop your thoughts below about it. As I said, article in the description box. Give this video a thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.